Oh hi, I didn't see you come in. I'm Tristan.
And I'm Rian, and believe it or not, we're brothers.
I'm the older brother.
We want to be on the amazing race. We believe life is all about experiences and having a story to tell.
Now, the first story of this video are these costumes. Going back a while, we had a party for Rian's 21st. Wasn't it all a dress up, but still decided to wear the Sydney bridge climb jumpsuit and this very pretty hat.
And me, you ask, well, I'm dressed up as a bum. Last year, one of our mates moved to Melbourne, and she moved into a new house, not the flashiest of places, and we decided to term it a dump. Instead of having a traditional housewarming, we had a dump warming, and to make it authentic, dressed up as bums.
Now, I've heard that you guys aren't a massive fan of gimmicks and costumes in your videos, but bad luck, this is us. And over the next 3 minutes, you're going to get to know us just a little bit better.
And Star White. As you can see here, we're pretty big on movies and TV shows. This is just the start of our collection, quite a few. In fact, we're so big on movies, we're even starting to write our own. This is our notebook. I'll give you a sneak peek at some of our Actually, on second thought, you can wait until the release date just like everyone else. One of our prize DVDs here, UFC 110, Sydney, Australia. We're pretty big on UFC, as you can see by the Chuck Liddell doll here. We went, did you? Much like UFC, which is just pure excitement, is Nitro Circus. If you haven't seen it, motorbikes, bikes, all sorts of extreme things. We went and saw Nitro Circus live when they toured Australia. Bought a few blow-up things, if you will. This one here, Cam Sinclair, fellow Aussie, double backflip all the time. Too easy. Saw that there, had to buy it. Other thing we got, this Nitro Circus flashing bomb. Lights up. Pretty awesome. Moving on to the actual shelf here. First thing I'll let you know about is iSnack 2.0, an absolute abomination of a snack food. Much like Vegemite, I guess you could call it Vegemite's cousin, but tastes horrible. Not like actual Vegemite, which is delicious. When we saw this come out, we figured it's so horrible, it's not going to last very long. So this here is a collector's item. Moving one shelf up, we have what I like to call Bubble Land, my little collection. I'll give you a sneak preview. As you can see though, Batman, he's a little too serious to get a proper bubble going. Now, as you can see here, there's quite a lot more on the shelf. What I'm going to do though, I'm going to hand you over to my big brother Tristan, and he can show you the rest.
G'day guys, how we going? One of the first things I'd like to show you on the shelf is a little present that Rian bought me. I do believe you met him just recently, a few minutes ago. This here is some decorations for the Christmas tree. As you can see, they're Geelong Cats baubles. In case you didn't realise already, we're pretty passionate footy supporters. I go for the Geelong Cats, he goes for the Western Bulldogs. It can get a little bit awkward up in here when we're playing each other. Luckily, the Cats usually win, so it's not too bad for me. What else can I show you? Recently, I went to New Zealand. Did a bit of an extreme trip while I was over there. Firstly, went and did the shot over jet boat. As you can see, bought a nice little boat home for Rian so he could play with it in the bath. While I was over there, also did some luging near Professional Luger. Now, if you go to New Zealand, you've got to go bungee jumping. So here's some of my bungee cord. Did the 134 metre Nevis bungee. So basically what I'm trying to say here, it doesn't matter what you throw at us on the Amazing Race, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it well. What else can I show you? While I was in New Zealand, also did some snowboarding. First time I'd seen snow, so that was pretty exciting. Goggles. Got to buy goggles if you're going snowboarding. As you can see, they're very bright, they're very pink. I'm a sucker for fluoro, and I'm a sucker for pink. As you may have seen earlier, here's a small selection of our coolers. Every time we go to a festival, we will always buy a cooler. Which leads me to the main point of this segment. We are nuts for music. It is without a doubt our biggest passion. Music, gigs, festivals, whatever it is, there's a pretty good chance it will be there. So if you'd like to follow me... Oh, wait up. This is our lame fish. There's no story behind this, it's just a lame fish. the hell is this? No idea. Anyway, if you'd like to follow me over here, you can see my pride and joy. My limited edition Daft Punk poster. Going back to 2007, I went and saw Daft Punk live. And as you would have read on my application form, best night of my life. Were you there? If you were there, you completely understand. If you'd like to follow me though, still on music, live music especially, you'll see my ticket wall here. I love going to gigs. I only started this ticket wall 3 years ago when I moved to Melbourne, and you can already see how many gigs and events I've been to. If you'd like to focus here, my ticket to Daft Punk, as discussed, best night ever, and 2 masks from that gig. And there we go, see what Regan's up to.
Well, I may not have been to Daft Punk, but I'm still pretty passionate about music. As you can see, I'm just rocking out on Finger Beats, our virtual drum set.
As you would have read on the application form, family is huge to us.
So why am I holding this flashing Santa, you ask? Well, believe it or not, there's a story behind that as well. Last year was our first Christmas away from our immediate family. So what Mum did, she sent us this. We put that on the Christmas dinner table so that they would be represented, seeing as they couldn't be there.
Family is so huge to us that we both got our family crests tattooed on us. Would you like to have a look? Just one moment.
Me? I've only got one so far, but I got my mum's side of the family tattooed over my heart. That's how much it means. When I've got the money, I'm going to get my dad's family crest on the other side. Now, we'll show you Tristan's.
Now, I've got both of them done on my calves. Both the Ellery and the Burn. Just because they both mean as much to me as each other.
This here is what we call our hat rackery. It's one of our proudest achievements and one of our favourite features of the house.
We got this idea from Turtle from Entourage, one of our favourite shows. This is just the beginning, so watch out, Turtle. So that's us.
If you're still asking why we should be on The Amazing Race, well, we're probably the 2 most interesting people in Australia. We've lived together for the past 18 months and pretty much spent every day of that together. So 5 weeks isn't going to be an issue. We probably won't even fight.
Piss off. We want to be on The Amazing Race and we're ready to go to war. Choose us and you're guaranteed an entertaining adventure. Cut. Oh, I just farted in the jumpsuit.